Well, hello there. Welcome to Hanging with the Hags. Well, tonight I figured we should probably do a little wrap up video because we've been in Montana 2 weeks and I don't know that I've actually posted a video in a while. So I figured I should probably do a little wrap up.
I think you did a short one when we were in Polson.
I did a short one there. Nonetheless, so we ended up in Great Falls, Montana. Checking in on my buddy Nick Haig and his wife Marianne and their 3 kids, and checked out their homestead out there on 20 acres. So that was super fun, catching up with and some old Army buddies and seeing them and hanging out and getting to see their ranch and the surrounding area. And then got to see Great Falls too. Nice little town there right along the Missouri River. So did a little bit of biking downtown and did some driving along the river, so that was pretty cool. Learned a lot about Great Falls and why it was called Great Falls. So it was a Lewis and Clark expedition, and they came to all the way up the Missouri, and there were 5 waterfalls. And the Indians told them, "Oh, those are the Great Falls. You're never going to get that canoe or that boat up those falls because they're the Great Falls." And then the name stuck, and here we are, Great Falls. So nice town. It was, weather was kind of hit or miss. We'd have some rain, we'd have some sun.
We'd have some wind.
And we always had wind. rain or shine. We always had wind, though. So we had a good time there. We stayed at Malmstrom Air Force Base. And we learned about the missile silos, 150 of them that are all around the area. So that was kind of interesting. I didn't know there was an Air Force base there, nor did I know what they do. Now we know. Now we know there's 150 nuclear missiles buried in random property.
We may have drove by a couple.
So pretty cool learning about that. And then we headed over to the
Polson,
Flathead Lake area of Montana, to see our nephew Stefan Van Horn. So we wanted to spend some time with him, and so we ended up spending 4 nights in a Harvest Host in Polson, Montana. It's the very south end of Flathead Lake, and she was a Harvest Host. Actually, she would consider herself a Boondockers Welcome because she originally started with Boondockers, and then Harvest Host and Boondockers merged several years ago. But she's been hosting for 8 years on her property, and I think she's up to have hosted over 360 in groups, RVs, I guess, over the years. And super nice lady, name's Patty, and her place was called
Little Piece of Heaven.
Little Piece of Heaven, 5 acres with a view of the mountains and a view of Flathead Lake. So we boondocked in her backyard, and we talked to some neighbors that came in and boondocked with us that came and went. And so it's kind of cool just chatting with them and meeting people along the way. Then we moved up to West Shore State Park, which is actually on Flathead Lake. And then the closest town is Lakeside. We're about 6 miles south of Lakeside. And so, yeah, really nice state park. We're maxing out the turn radius, though.
A little bit.
We were scraping close getting into this site, but they had 3 or 4 45-foot sites, but the turn at the bottom was a little tough. We got in here. We're spending 3 nights, and tonight's our last night. We did a hike with Stefan up to Tally Lake, which is west of Whitefish, and then today we spent a full day up in Glacier National Park and had a good time up there. Did a hike up to Avalanche Lake, about 6 miles round trip or so. And so tonight we're just kind of relaxing. Got a little fire going. It's a little bit rainy out, so we're not packing anything up tonight. And then tomorrow we're heading off, and we're going to drive from here to Spokane Valley, and we're gonna go check in and see the Duncan family. So Darren and Laura Duncan have he's getting ready to retire, and they've moved to the Spokane Valley, bought a little house out there, and so we're gonna go boondocking their driveway for
4 nights.
5 nights or so. Through the weekend, and then before you know it, we'll be back in Western Washington. The plan is to be back on the 11th or so,
Yeah, back at the lake.
and we'll stop in Ellensburg and see Eamon Bader on the way. I think we have dinner reservations with him in Ellensburg, and then we'll be homeward bound on the 11th. So pretty exciting that this is the end of our first year's journey.
Yeah, getting there.
And we've already planning on next year already. Already got some pencil to the paper, as we say,
Yeah.
for what next year is looking like. So thanks for watching. That's about it. Just a little update on our situation and where we're at and where we're going. And thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and share, as they say. And we'll see you on the next video.